Please do.
All right. Now it's my honor to introduce Reverend Tress, who's going to follow this up. It's a challenge, right? All right. The call to greatness. Here's Reverend Tress. You're welcome.
Okay, I guess I'm on here. Well, no, I'll just look awkward while I'm here. Oh, I don't need this. I need my talk. Oh, no, no, no. Did anyone watch the Battle of Alberta last night? Oh, it was good watching those hockey players go around. It's always fun. Our grandson's a hockey player, like the little 14-year-old grandson, and he just skates away and yeah. Okay, for those of you who know me, it's me. For those of you who don't know me, it's still me, but my name is Teresa Phillips, but I go by Tress Phillips. That's what my parents called me. I started coming to this church in 1988. It has been here since 1988, but it actually started in people's homes, John and Sheila Bourne, and that was maybe 86, 87, but I started in 1988. Beth was one of the people that started with me, and well, we know it's a good thing, so we're still here, so yeah. It's an honor to be here. And both Beth and I took classes together, and we had a teacher called Douglas Craig, and he was a real character, and that kind of added spice to what we learned. So I guess part of what I'll be talking about, the way I talk, might be Craigism. I'm not sure, but anyway. I really loved how we sang Imagine, and the reason I love it so much is I'm not sure, people my age might understand. When the Beatles came and sang, they changed the world. And those who weren't there don't understand. But the Beatles changed the acceptance of music here in the Canada, and most of our music comes from the US. But part of what they changed, and we are talking about inclusion this month, there are very many singers that were black singers, the old blues singers like Muddy Waters and all of those singers that we know of. They were never listened to and were not accepted down south. However, when the British invasion came with the music, Muddy Waters was invited there. All of those people were invited there. And then the U.S. people my age that were like 15 back then, they said, enough of this business. We want to listen to this music. We don't care what color anybody is. We want to listen, and we're going to listen. And of course, the corporate people, they're thinking, well, we want to make money, so they want to listen to this music, so they changed the world in the gift of what we could hear. They were also the ones that went and saw, the, I forget its name, but I studied under it, the meditation, Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. They were the ones that went and discovered him, went to listen to him. Because of that, people here thought, oh, hey, this looks interesting. So then came a lot of the interest in the New Thought movement, people, like it was always there, but a renewed interest in Eastern philosophy. So hearing that song brought back the whole history of the beautiful growth that music brought. There you go. Not even written in my talk, not even part of it. So, but thank you for singing that because, and when we talk about things as women, especially, because I don't know what it's like to be a man, things that change your life, a lot of them, oh, it's childbirth, and I got married, yada, yada. One of the most important things, I would say maybe third on the list, was when the Beatles came, because I knew I had a freedom in me and there was a whole life out there. And so thanks. So, Woodstock. Oh my God, Woodstock. We won't even go there. Won't even go to Woodstock. That's another talk, that one. So what I want to talk about is embarking on a transformative journey. Each of us are on a journey, and we know we are. And the hero is you. So I want to do it like a little wee meditation. I do one in the morning, and if you come late, I don't care if you come in late. I don't care if you come in at like 3 minutes left in the meditation. The room is blessed by the meditation. The energy is here by the meditation, and the love that comes through the meditation. Like I get the shivers up and down. I cannot explain the love. You have to feel it. And when you feel it, you know that it's not just here, it's not just the room, it's not just the people. It is the connection with the God essence that's in each of us. And everyone here has their own interpretation. And each interpretation is perfect. But just join with me and know that within each of us is the divine. Within each of us is courage. With each of us is hope, but that hope is the power. That is the juice that generates the purpose of who we are. And I know that that divine energy is in us and through each one here. And it goes through today. And it goes through always. But there is a divine light that is lit in each one. And today, that light is extra bright. Today, the lessons are learned that each one needs to learn. For each one here is beautiful and enhances this world. And so it is. So now is the time to unleash that extraordinary person within you, and it's time to embrace the unique divine you. So I dare you to just kind of be you, but discover who you are and go on with who you are. So part of what February was, and that's why I preferred we read out of January, because February is called Divine Discomfort for the monthly theme. And the idea of that is inclusion of everyone. And I thoroughly believe in inclusion of everyone, but divine discomfort just reminded me of having a rock in my shoe, and I don't need any more trouble trying to walk from one place to the other. I need to feel the love, the joy, and honor myself. So yes, I'll talk a bit about discomfort because it is what the month is about. But we do have discomfort as part of life. But it generates our potential because we have to get around this discomfort. Like I could walk a straight line there, but if there's a big rock there, am I going to just be stubborn and crawl over that big rock? Or am I going to kind of say, oh, there's a little bit of discomfort. I'm going to have to walk around that rock and then go to where I'm going. I'm going to walk around that rock, feel a little bit of what I need to feel, and learn what I need to learn. We all have potential for growth, and we experience everything differently. And one of the big events, and I already mentioned, it was childbirth. I was fortunate enough to have one child. We could only have one. And I went, Sweetie and I went And I'm sitting in the car, and I'm not going in there. You have to go in there because you're in labor. I'm not going in there. You have to go in there. Okay, so get in there. I get in there, and there's all this hullabaloo, screaming, yelling, carrying on, what do you know? And they put me in a room with Sweetie. Sweetie, oh, it's lunchtime. Well, I better go eat. Nurse says, oh, you're okay, it's lunchtime. We better go eat. Well, my beautiful son Brian thought, oh, well, I'll show them. There's no such thing as lunchtime. So they come back, the nurse comes back, and oh my goodness, let's get everybody in here. Everything's happening yet. And everything happened. But it was very short. There was no big deal. He actually made it, thank heavens. He tripped coming up the stairs, just about killed himself, but he made it. The doctor didn't make it, and I always thought, did he get paid for delivering that baby or not? But nonetheless, a so-called bad experience for me, my individual, it was not a bad experience. All of the hullabaloo wasn't there. And when I would mention, oh, there was no big deal, and other women would look at me like they wanted to literally strangle me. But it was a gift. So it was a challenge. So resilience to life is vital. And this was one of these things you do to get a beautiful outcome. And it was. And each day, we are the center of our life. And we are the ones who are in the center of our drama. And we are the ones who decide whether it is drama or not. So talking about the children, after the son was born and we got older, and then a grandchild came. Well, now we're talking, we're getting these grandchild, and I'm saying, you know, another grandchild, it'd be 2 grandchildren. And I'm saying, another grandchild, it'd be nice, and they're looking at me, no way. But talking about them and their resilience. Well, most of you may know, but I'm not sure. Lynx Airlines. They decided we are going in receivership as of midnight tonight. They decided, was it Friday we got the phone call? Okay, they announced Thursday night about midnight. Oh, guess what? We're closing shop. And the last flight you can take is of Sunday, midnight, we're done. So we get this phone call, and they have planned a trip to Arizona and back. And they have planned it for a long, long time. And they say, look, this has happened. We have to cancel all of our cards and try and get the money back on our credit cards. We have to get new airlines. And they did it right away. And my son was saying, every airline is jacking their price up so we can get down there for the trip. And between Edmonton and Calgary, the difference, what was it, 300 to 1,000 or something? 1,000 from Calgary, 300 from Edmonton. So they managed to make it. But this was another thing. You just always have to be prepared, always have to be ready. Unexpected circumstances. And we all have these unexpected circumstances. But we get these spiritual ideas, and in turn, we get our daily supplies. That's what Mary Baker Eddy did. And my kids, they did the unexpected supplies, phone the parents. They can drive us to the airport. They can help us in other ways if they need to, and we will. So the life within each of us is God, and the only thing that can deny the God in us is you. And it's Dr. Holmes, our founding member of the whole philosophy. He is the one who said that. And the same spirit that is God is in us. We're never abandoned. And I know there's times I've felt abandoned. Really, there are times I've felt abandoned. And then I think, oh, for heaven's sake, Tress, get over yourself. Stop the drama. You're not all by yourself. Yeah, but just get over yourself. And sometimes I'm sure my bottom lip, I almost trip over it. But, and bless him, he just kind of, oh yeah, whatever, whatever. And it works, but we are always embraced by the divine. We're always secure in the divine. And deep down, we know it. It's just we're bombarded with social media, and God bless everybody. But I think we all have our beautiful, do I have some advice for you people in our lives? And sometimes the last thing we want to hear is, I have some advice for you. It's kind of like they're selling, I'll sell you land on the moon, and it's a real good price. No, just God is within us. Think from within and know that the spirit within you, nothing can get in the way of God. It's almost like we have an armor around us, but it is our belief and our knowing that nothing can stop us. Every thought we have is energy. Every thought we have is power. And we are the only thinker in our lives. And I'm sure you've heard multiple times, change your thinking, change your life. The other one is thoughts or things. Now there was a great teacher, Howard Thurman. And he actually, I believe, marched with Martin Luther King. But he said, don't ask what the world needs, ask what makes you come alive. And then just go out there and do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. And that is true. People who feel, people who know. Joy, gratitude, optimism can enhance our resilience by buffering the impact of stress and adversity. And there is stress. I know what it's like to have, in the past, a stressful job. I know what it's like to remember I went to a doctor and just wasn't feeling good. And he had just come from, I don't know, Iran or Iraq or somewhere. And he said, do you know you have PTSD? What? He said, everything you're telling me is exact PTSD. And that was just from having a normal life, going to work, whatever. So it was how I handled things. He did give me a week or two off of work, and that helped a bit. But it was a shock to hear him say that, because he had seen soldiers with the same thing. So I think we're kind of like like we're civilian soldiers going through life, because we are kind of soldiering through life, doing the best we can. But resilience can be cultivated, and empowering individuals to navigate life's ups and downs. And we do have within us. So if something's happening that's kind of, well, how can I say it, crappy in your life, look for a jewel in there somewhere. Is there a lesson in there? If there isn't a lesson in there, then there's a lesson in you being able to say, I deny this. I know there's something better. I look for something better. I'm ready for something better. And it's here right now, and who knows what might happen. So I want to talk about somebody. I'm sure when I mention him, some of you will know him. His name's Chadwick Boseman. He's a successful actor. He was battling stage 3 cancer, but not many people knew. It didn't stop him. In 2016, he underwent numerous surgeries, but he kept following his dream, pursuing his acting career. Despite pain and fatigue, he remained committed to acting and took on physically demanding roles. Very handsome man, by the way. Breakthrough came in 2018 when he starred as iconic superhero Black Panther in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And it became a cultural phenomenon, I said that wrong, breaking numerous records. And it really inspired the Black community. And we took our grandsons to that movie, and I remember we take them to all the Marvel movies. It was a great movie. But he made his transition and passed away at the age of 43. But what a difference he made. And he encouraged young children, young boys, young girls, you can do this, you can do this, don't give up. He championed diversity. What is the main message of religious science this month, February? Cultivating a practice of gratitude can help us shift what's going on in our lives. And we talked about gratitude before, but being thankful. Like, I'm thankful right now that that big dump of snow they were talking about doesn't seem to want to be here right now. And I'm thinking, yes, way to go, way to go. So we can, this is what Science of Mind says, we can overcome the troubles and difficulties that we have allowed, and I like we have allowed. I sort of like that, but I don't, because I don't like me feeling responsible for stuff in my life I don't want. Now, the person responsible for stuff in my life that I don't want, but I don't like feeling that it's me. But yes, it's me. It was all whatever I talked myself into or feared myself into. But it is what we have allowed to enter our lives when we remember that love is that creating and sustaining presence within all. And love is God, divine mind. Whatever word you have for that divinity. God loves, moves, gives, and exists as me. As I eliminate anger and resentment, the divine nature flows freely through me. And that's Science of Mind, Day 13. And that's where you have your daily devotions. We all have within us that strength, that power, and it is unending ever. Change is the law of the human experience. For only God is permanent. Infinite mind is forever conceiving new ideas, and that infinite law is forever producing forms. The instant I think a new thought, a new form begins to appear. So there's all the thinking going on, but it goes through us, and each of us are divine creators. Like, what if the Beatles had never come over here? What if they had never sang? What if Edith had never sang Imagine? I never would have been able to share not only my love and my joy and how it changed my life, but the history of how these 4 kids and their talents, and they went through the Second World War. They knew a lot of stuff, a whole generation of stuff, and they came over here. And how by them coming over here, kids here said, we've had enough of this crap. We're going to start listening to what we want. You can't tell us what to do. And we want to hear our fellow people that live by us, and they just happen to have a different skin color. But I want to hear their music. So how dare you stop us? I'm going to start singing the blues the way they start singing the blues. I'm going to start dressing the way I want to dress, because that's the way the Beatles can dress. That's the way the other people can dress. And I know that there's more than just churches and walls. I know that there is a divinity within all, and I know I am free to follow Maharishi. I am free to follow whoever I want, because there's truths everywhere. So thanks for reminding me of that song. So awareness is you. Divine ideas and gifts are within you, and only you can bring life to your dreams. So spend time and energy bringing the divine gifts within you to the world. They're here for a reason. You're here for a reason. And the world awaits your willingness to share them. So how? One is choose faith. What if I am sad, fearful, lonely? Well, we all get that once in a while. I mean, if we don't, bless you, but I've never met someone who hasn't felt a few of those things. Notice how you always get back up regardless. And it reminds me of this little girl years ago I saw. She's walking along, Mom and Dad are walking along, falls down. Ah! And then Mom and Dad come. She sees them finally. Ah! She had to wait. She knew, oh, opportunity here for attention. And they came, and then she put on the big to-do, and they, of course, gave her all the loving she wanted. But, yeah, she fell down, she got back up, she got what she needed. So there you go. But universal mind always makes a divine connection at the perfect time. And look back at your life, how many times there's been situations that you've been in fear, you've been in doubt, but you've made it through, haven't you? So pat yourself on the back, because you know you can make it. 2 is choose to live in gratitude. Consider everything that's working in your life, what there is to be grateful for. Focus on what is working in your life, because every breath is a gift. Everyone here in this room is a gift to you, and we're all gift to each other's. It's just, isn't life good? The beauty of Mother Nature is a gift. Knowing we are eternal and forever loved is a gift. 3, choose forgiveness. Oh no. Well, forgive is a gift. Now, yes, I can forgive others. But forgiving myself, I don't know. Have I beat myself up enough about whatever it was I'm beating myself up about, or do I really want to go there and beat myself up some more? Well, maybe today I only a little bit, but you know, tomorrow I might be in one of those snarky moods, and I think, Tress, you really are a bonehead. You really need to. So you know what? Sometimes I really do. And you know how much better I feel? I don't feel any better. So like reading the Science of Mind, and even the little things in the bottom here, this one here, I am open to infinite possibilities. How many words? 5 words? So I'm all snarky. And I perceive, honor, and embrace oneness. These little things written right here in this book. All I have to do is open it and feel better, know better. Because I do know better, but sometimes that imagination gets going. And I think some of us were taught to worry. Some of us were taught fear. 4 is choose self-compassion. Allow yourself to feel the love of the divine. Be kinder and gentler with yourself. 5 is choose mindfulness. Mindfulness is being fully aware of and living in the present moment, untangled from the past. And sometimes that past just hangs on to you like a vine and a root. But who's noticing that the past's hanging on to us? This is who's noticing. Nobody else is. I'm the one that's giving the juice to the negative memory of the past. And I'm not living in the past. I'm right here, I'm right now, and this is all I have to live with. It's right here, right now. So detach from any fears and just live. Come in peace. And surrender. Number 6, surrender to life's perfection. Release your illusion of control. Oh, no, I want to be in control. But I have that right highlight in yellow. Release your illusion of control. It is exhausting carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. And it is. A realization of the presence of God is the most powerful healing agency known in the mind of man. And that is Dr. Holmes says that. So since God is all there is, the only presence, the only power, and the only mind or intelligence, when we conceive a new idea, we're thinking directly from that creative mind, the God essence, so we can change our mind. I'm so grateful for today. I attract into my life all the wonders of love, joy, beauty, and kindness. And the affirmation I want you to hear is, you are powerful, more powerful than you can imagine. You are healed, blessed, and prospered. And I am going to do something a little bit different today. And it is, thank you. My feet have kind of gone to sleep. I'm actually going to play some music. We have new phones, so part of this is I get to try out my new phone here. We're still learning. And this is about diversity. And I hope there's not an advertisement comes on before it. You know how it is when you post something. Okay. There is a Canadian group, and they're very popular. Their music has been on movies, etc. I follow them on Facebook. They are called A Tribe Called Red. And let's turn this, okay, and let's play it. There's a video, but I don't think you'll... And feel it. Okay. And they're dancing. And they're connected with the earth, the sky, the spirit. And they're walking through the prairie fields. And they're dancing in their regalia. And they're doing the grass dance. Now they're walking through the streets of Toronto, and they're young kids, and they're happy. Now they're doing the hoop dancing, and in fields with horses. Now you're in the mountains by Kananaskis. Now you're up north. Now there's the moose. Now they're doing drumming like our drumming circles. Now they're down walking in a big city. All different ages. Now they're on the reserve. Back of their regalia, Drumheller. And now they're in the back streets of Vancouver. Now they're up on stage doing a powwow where there's hundreds and hundreds of people watching. Now they're on a bus. And now they're bowing their heads. Yeah, so a little bit of Canada throwing in. Okay, now Edith, I believe that it is time for, Joanne, we're doing the,
Are we going to do the closing?
yeah, I just get so involved in that music,
Okay.
so.
Well, let's give Reverend Tress the accolades she so deserves.
Thank you.
Imagine.